ఓకే. చూస్తున్నాను సార్. సార్ మీరు ఒక్కసారి నాకు ఆ యూట్యూబ్ లింక్ పంపించరా మందే ఇప్పుడు? అమర్ సార్ అది కూడా పంపించండి ఒక్కసారి. వాట్సాప్ మెయిల్ పెట్టండి సార్, నేను ల్యాప్టాప్లోనే ఉన్నాను. ఓకే ఓకే. నాకు లింక్ పెట్టారా? నేను చూస్తున్నాను.
రిఫ్రెష్ కొట్టాను సార్. చాలు సార్.
Yeah, good afternoon, Poonam madam. Jagadishwar is in Google Meet. Okay. Jagadishwar.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Madam, చెప్పండి.
Right.
I'm audible?
Yeah, perfect.
బట్ యూట్యూబ్ లో నాకు అది రావట్లేదు.
ఒక్క నిమిషం, నేను మీకు ఇంకో లింక్ పంపిస్తున్నాను, మెయిల్ చేస్తున్నాను, అది ఓపెన్ చేయండి.
నా ఈమెయిల్ పంపిస్తారా? jagdishwarch@gmail.com.
జగదీశ్వర్
JAGDISH jagdishwarch @gmail.com.
జగ మేడం
జగ లేదు, జగ్ అంతే. JAGDI GA లేదు.
ఓకే 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 ఓకే. DISH
DISH WAR Jagdishwar CH gmail.com.
JGADISH
GA లేదు మేడం, GA లేదు. JAG.
ఓకే ఓకే, రైట్ రైట్ వచ్చేసాను. రైట్, మీకు యూట్యూబ్ లింక్ పంపించాను, ఇది ఓపెన్ చేసుకోండి, అది మ్యూట్లో పెట్టేసుకోండి.
ఓకే.
అమర్ సార్.
వచ్చానండి.
రైట్, అమర్ సార్. హరిప్రియ మేడం, హరిప్రియ మేడం. Amar, shall we start? Streaming okay kada? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Good morning, one and all. This is Dr. Radhika, and welcome back to the last day of orientation for the first BTech Department of EEE VNR VJIT. And in today's session, we are going to have a brief entrepreneur talk by our distinguished alumni, Mr. Jagadishwar Reddy, who was born in the year 1981 as a professional business consultant and who served many American businesses of varying diversities like financial, federal, and state universities. He is an innovative and result-driven leader focused on achieving exceptional results in highly competitive environmental that demands continuous improvement. His strong desire towards starting an SSI unit back in India has urged him to leave a lucrative job in US and has given rise to Solaris Innovations and Systems in the year 2011. He is an distinguished alumni of the Department of EEE VNR VJIT in the year 2004, and he was instrumental in promoting another manufacturing company, Rainbow Precast Products, in the year 2009, run and operated by his cousins. Solaris Innovations and Systems, an ISO 9001-2008 certified unit with grade A electrical license known as pioneers in the field of renewable energy sources sector, was established by him to help customers identify and install renewable energy solutions that can match their requirements. His another novel idea of taking fresh entrants as manpower and providing implant training in the solar energy has proved well and helped both the employees and the employers, leading critical projects and mentoring boardroom executives with combination of process discipline and technological expertise in his niche. He has mastered corporate maturity by bringing business and technology closer than reality, helped companies determine their needs. And he has done his Bachelor's of Technology in the Department of EEE VNR VJIT, passed out in the year 2004, and he has completed his Master's in Computer Science and Engineering from University of Illinois at Springfield. And he is also a life member of various professional bodies like Solar Energy Society of India, member of the Federation of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh Chambers of Commerce and Industry, registered with the National Small Industries Corporation Limited, and he is also registered with Telangana New and Renewable Energy Development Corporation Limited. Jagadishwar, we thank you for accepting our invitation to ignite the entrepreneurs within our first years, and we welcome you for this session. Thank you, Jagadishwar, and over to Jagadishwar.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Good afternoon, one and all. Hope I'm audible to you.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, hope you're all doing good. I'm happy that we all belong to the same department now, the Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Currently, I'm also president of our college alumni association. Let me first congratulate and welcome all of you who have worked hard in getting admission into this prestigious institution. Like all of you, even I wish we had this session in our college. And that day is not too far. We're almost there, but until then, we need to be cautious and careful. I hope to see you all very soon in the college. So moving on to today's topic, emphasis on future business trends. I know it's too early for all of you to discuss about the core technologies in the very first week itself, but I'll try to keep them simple and share my experiences and thoughts rather focusing on the main topic. The last 1 year has been like none other in the history. We learned several things working remotely. The virus has hit hard the global supply chain network. With problems also come solutions. With so many technologies and so many fronts, it's a challenge to keep up. Every advance is billed as the next big thing. For example, if you take iPhone, how Apple is launching new models every year. Whenever there is a new model, we think it's fabulous and fantastic, but still, there are always improvements in the product. The World Economic Forum acknowledged in its Future of Jobs report, we are entering the fourth industrial revolution. The key to surviving this new industrial revolution is leading it. And that requires two elements of agile businesses, awareness of disruptive technology, and a plan to develop talent that can make the most of it. The nature of work will continue to change, and that will require strong education and retraining programs at colleges. Developments in previously disjoint fields such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, EVs, renewables are all building on and amplifying one another. I will explain you about these in one simple sentences. What is artificial intelligence? This involves computers using human intelligence for visual, audio, and decision making. And robotics, the technology that deals with design, construction, operation, and application of robots. EVs, electronic vehicles are the vehicles that are either partially or fully powered on electric power. They are environmental friendly and have less maintenance cost. They are the next feature to be watched out for. Renewables, resources which can be used repeatedly and do not run out because they are replaced naturally like water, wind, and solar energy. So these are the areas you need to have an eye on. I'm glad to know that VNR VJIET has introduced track-based courses where you can choose the electives based on your interests. 20 years back, when I stepped into the college, it was not the case. It's not how big or small you start, but how advantage you take of the available resources. Remember that each one of you are unique in your way and you have own strengths and weaknesses. The college provides you that platform where you have to work on your strengths and progress accordingly to make your dreams come true. Like our beloved leader, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Garu said, to become big, you need to dream big. Have somebody in your life as your guru, as a role model to aspire your dreams. For example, take any sport. Why do you think that Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, or PV Sindhu, etc., have excelled in their careers? It is their dedication and commitment they had towards their profession. It is their continuous effort for years that made them reach success. So once you like anything, it may be a sport or a video game, you become pro in it only when you practice it regularly. Make yourselves and your parents proud. Remember, it's not going to be easy once you're out of the college. It requires one extra step from your side to reach your destination. Never limit yourself and put yourself in a box that you are going to do this one thing for the rest of your life. Take challenges as they come and have plans accordingly. Try to be interactive from day one and be continuously in touch with your professors and make sure you're not missing anything. Believe me, one day you miss a class and you'll be out of the track. It becomes a very hard for you to get back. Make friends and help each other in case you miss out something. One thing I'm very happy to share that VNR VJIT has given me the best friends for life. So try to make good friends. Try to work in teams. Share your thoughts and opinions with your lecturers on a regular basis. Do not keep anything pending. Interact with your professors even after the classes. Most of you must be thinking that all the information now is available online and in books, library, etc., etc. But believe me, you get the best only when you have the interaction with your lecturers. Always pen your thoughts. Keep a book, paper, notes, whatever, be it handy. And to be a successful entrepreneur, or in fact to be part of any successful story, you need to have an action plan. What is it you want to become? How do you want to achieve it? By when is it you want to achieve it? So how do you want to achieve it? So I suggest you to apply the same action plan in your academic approach as well. To fulfill your action plan, you must have this learning attitude in yourself. Since you're into your next phase, that is after your intermediate, you need to have a different approach in learning. This was, in your intermediate, there was all about limited books and scoring marks. Competitive world, all you needed was 95, 96%, and you wanted your back of scoring good marks. But now, that's not the case. Here it is application-oriented learning. Apply the concepts that you learn on what you see around and what you use in your day-to-day life. That makes the subject interesting and easy. I urge you to be strong in basic fundamentals, which will help you in grasping the concepts quickly and eventually boost up your confidence. Always question yourself before going to bed, what is the new thing that you have learned today? Make a habit of questioning this to yourself on a daily basis. Even till date, I question myself the same question, what is the new thing that I've learned today? Mistakes do happen in the process of learning. Do not be afraid of making mistakes. That's okay. But I again tell, make mistakes, you're not repeating the same mistake. Make sure you're not repeating the same mistake. And remember, it's not the books always. You have many co-curricular activities like Livewire, Crescendo, cultural events in the college. Try and explore new things, utilize properly, and reach out to every corner of the college to explore your hidden talents. Involve, Take part, have fun, and keep smiling. At the end of the day, you need to have a balanced, successful life. There is no point that you are the topper of the college and you don't have any friends to talk. At the same time, there is no point if you hang out with your friends all the time and do not score good marks. So you always keep that balance. Make sure you are on the right path. Take responsibilities at college, home, and wherever possible. You develop leadership skills only when you take responsibilities. Instead of waiting for things to happen, you take the initiative and make them happen in your way. Compare them with how others are doing it, improvise it the next time. I assure you as an alumni that we are here to assist you at every stage of your learning process at the college. We will be guiding you to the different programs like career vision programs, entrepreneurial programs, mentoring, knowledge sharing, getting jobs, internships, etc. You can always reach us if you need any suggestions, advices. I wish you all the good luck and all the best. So always have the passion in yourself. Do not remember that you need to really work hard to become a successful person. Even when I was back from US, I started this with a great passion. Hello? Hello, ma'am?
Yes, sir. We could listen to you.
Is that okay? Is there a break in between?
Yes, sir. You are audible to us, sir.
Okay. I think there was a break in between, so is it okay? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So with a great passion towards electrical engineering, I started this Solaris Innovation Systems.
Radhika, ma'am.
Can I continue, ma'am, or is it okay?
Yes, sir. You please continue, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thanks. The session is very informative. We thank you all from our department and from the students and faculty. We thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. It was very short and brief. And if you have any questions, I can take the questions from students if they're having any questions.
Yes, sir. We are going through the chat box, sir. We'll let you know, sir, if any queries.
Yeah.
So we have gone through the comments, sir. They're saying it is very informative session, and it gave them the direction to move ahead. So there are no queries as such, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
1 second. Yes, sir. Radhika, ma'am.
There is one question. You recommend any way that we can choose?
Harpriya madam.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, session has been finished, ma'am. Any questions from students? If you have any.
Students, if you have any kind of queries, you can post it in the live chat box. And here you have an young and dynamic entrepreneur who can give you best ideas and tip points to trigger the entrepreneur within yourself.
Sir, students have asked one question in the chat box, sir. Can you recommend any way to choose how to be an entrepreneur?
Okay.
And yes, sir.
Yeah, to be an entrepreneur, first thing what you need to have is a passion towards the industry in what you want to excel. So, like I said in my earlier conversation, you need to have an action plan. What is it you want to become, and when is it you want to become, and how do you want to achieve your goal? So, first you need to have an action plan and accordingly work in an action plan, and it works that way. So when I was back from US, before getting into the solar business, I visited about 30, 35 industries in different industrial zones like Jidimatla, Balanagar, Nacharam, Challapalli. So what happened was during 2011, when I started the solar innovations, there was a big power problem issues. The state was not bifurcated before in 2011, and anywhere you go, any industry or even the natural domestic houses, every day there was a power cut, and especially for the industries, there were this power holidays for 2 or 3 days every week. So when I prepared the project reports, I visited Cherlapalli one day, I visited Jidimatla, Balanagar, Nacharam, and I used to take turns on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And whenever I visited any factory, there was a power holiday. So that triggered a point me, why don't I start a solar business? So initially, I thought of manufacturing the solar modules in India from beginning. But, there are these industries conferences going on at FAPSI in Red Hills. So I've been to one of the meeting conference where there was a session going on the module manufacturing industries. So one nice gentleman, he gave me an advice that, there are plenty of manufacturers in the Hyderabad itself, and most of the modules are also being imported from other countries. So then what suggestion he gave me is, first, why don't you get into the ERP, the EPC contracting system, where you can design the systems, where you can erect the systems, and, do the projects on a turnkey basis. So once you have a confidence that, you have a grip on the market, and then maybe you can get slowly into the manufacturing process. So I stopped the idea of getting into the manufacturing, and then I started this EPC contracts of solar business. Yeah.
Jagdishwar, out of curiosity, few of our students wants to know what makes you to return back to India and what makes you to serve India after being graduated. Done your masters at US.
That's a very nice and my favorite question. In fact, even right from my childhood days, like how you want to become an entrepreneur, how do you want to get into business? The zeal to serve my nation was also there from my childhood itself. Looking at my father, he was a businessman from my young age. So I have seen growing him as a businessman. And, the satisfaction that you give to, when you employ, when you, create employment and when you give jobs to many people, the kind of satisfaction which you get, that's on par with any kind of the monetary satisfaction which you get. So if you even look at my career as also, after doing my engineering, completing my engineering, I didn't move to US all of a sudden when all of my friends moved to do their masters. I took a break. I worked in India for a couple of years. Then slowly, what next? The question always arises that, what is the next thing you want to do in your life? Then there came a time when I thought that, that this is the time for me to do my higher education. And so I again decided after 2 years working for a company in Hyderabad, my initial pay salary was 6,000 in 2004. And then I went to US, but I realized that, most of my friends are already completing their masters and they're ahead of me. So what I did, was, I took an extra credits. There is a summer break in between fall and winter. So even in summer also, I took a few credits and I tried to finish my course master's in a very short time. And later on, I worked for, I prepared myself in such a way after working, after completing my master's, that in a span of 2 months, I got a federal project job. That's the US Department of Education. I worked for US Department of Education, and yeah, I had a good salary. But again, after working for a couple of years, again, the same question started. What next? You have a nice job, you're married, and everything is set. Nice, cars, bungalows, everything in US. And then what next? So again, the same question triggered, and I again thought, it's time for me to come back to India. Else I'll be settling back in US, with all the kind of facilities we have there in US. So it was not an easy decision. In fact, I actually came on a long vacation during the Christmas and New Year vacation. I came on a 45-day vacation, and it was during the last week of the vacation, I had to make a decision to, either again go back to US or, settle back here in India. It was a tough decision, but somehow, I don't know what made me take the decision, but the confidence, the inner strength in me, thought that, yes, I can do, I can excel in whatever profession or whatever job I take up. So for anything, like I say, you need to have a right confidence. And when you get a confidence is that, when you know that you're focused, when you are disciplined, you think that you are aiming a perfect vision.
Okay, Jagadishwar, thank you for briefing your journey right from US back to India. And there are a couple of questions from the students, and they want to know, can you give us some tip points how to manage the time as well as continue with your hobbies and passion along with the managing academics from students' perspective?
Yeah. See, always one thing you need to understand is you need to maintain the balance in your life. You need to be, there is no word called successful. If you're successful, itself is not success. It should have a word before balance, successful life. Even now, when I'm doing a business in one stream, at the same time, I also think of starting up of new other businesses. I'm always in search of new businesses, and during weekends I do farming. I go to my farmhouse and I take some interest in farming. I take care of the cattle there. I do some real estate business here in Hyderabad. So it's not that one thing you can't continue for one thing. For example, my own example, till I started this solar business in 2011, until 2015-16, the business was very good because the demand for the power has always been there. But we need to maintain this supply chain demand. No demand for the solar business, and also the subsidies from the central government stopped because the prices have come down for solar industry. I had no option, but I also had to look on other options, continuing the same business. So because even I have to maintain my employees and everything, so I started focusing on other businesses. So that's how you need to explore, right? So when you need to explore, you have to read all. You need to be updated. You have to read newspapers. You have to watch everyday news, and you have to be in line all the time. So that's how when you get a small idea, and that small idea will develop into a big firm.
Very well answered, Jagadishwar. You rightly answered that as far as students' perspective, from students' perspective, we can also say that they should always balance their academics with their other part of their life.
Correct.
And we also know that VNR will definitely provide a platform where they can excel their talents and prove their talents, and they can step out of the gate of VNR VJT with excelling themselves and proving and getting out of their hidden arts. Thank you.
Correct.
And one more question. The same question is repeated by so many number of students. They want to know, what are the factors do you consider while planning to grow your business growth in the present market?
To the factors you consider for planning. Okay. First is the demand, madam. For anything, you need to have a proper demand in the market. Unless until you don't see any demand in the market, there is no point in manufacturing the product and just keeping the stock of it. So to identify the demand, you should actually explore like many the things like I told you, right? So you need to have updates. You need to read newspapers. You need to be live all the time. See what is the demand in the market. So that's how you develop the growth of the business.
Exactly. With the growing demand, we have to upgrade ourselves. And one more thing is, how is the demand for being an electrical student in the present industry, Indian market, and what can we expect for the next upcoming years?
Right. See, many people tell that, after COVID, the business, the market is down and there is no business. And even during our time, Y2K problem, everybody said that, the market is going to crash and everything. But believe me, as long as humans are alive, on this earth, there is a demand for every product. You look at the small examples on what you see around the televisions, the mobiles, the power industry. So these are all electronics, right? Electrical electronics. You need to have proper, unless if there is no power, you can't, live. And if there is no mobile applications or, the whatever your electronic vehicles, anything, as long as you are meeting your day-to-day needs, there is opportunity for every business.
Yeah, there is being an core discipline and evergreen discipline. We can understand the importance of an electrical engineer in everywhere globally. Thank you, Jagdishwar. And students, if you have any more queries regarding this session on entrepreneurship, you can post in live chat.
Some awesome benefits of becoming an entrepreneur. I see the question posted regularly.
Okay.
First thing I told you, right, apart from the monetary financial benefits, you also have the satisfaction of giving back to the nation. So we always believe, right, when you reach to some point, you always need to return back to the society, to your college, to your society, to your everybody, right? So that giving back, that is a satisfaction when you have in this entrepreneurship. So you can you can pay back to your nation, create more employment, contribute your contribution in towards infrastructure, your contribution in developing nation. So these are all the kind of benefits apart from the financial benefits.
Yeah. So it always ignites. Everyone will have an entrepreneur quality within themselves, and we thank you on behalf of EEE Department, Jagdishwar, for accepting our invitation and in delivering the tip points for a fresher who has joined in the department of EEE VNR VJT for triggering the entrepreneurship skill within themselves. Once again, on behalf of EEE Department VNR VJT, we thank you for your insights being given to our first years. Thank you, Jagdishwar.
Thank you very much, ma'am, and I wish all the students, the newly joined batch, all the best. And like I said before, any kind of assistance you need from the alumni, please feel free to contact for any suggestions and advices. We're always there for you, and we'll be coming back to the college on a regular basis. We'll be mentoring, and we'll also be helping with the scholarships and
internships. Thank you, Jagdishwar. And Harpriya madam. Harpriya madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can we start the next session?
Yes, ma'am. The next session will start in a couple of minutes, ma'am. The faculty are joining the session. HOD ma'am, I requested her to join the session as well. So in couple of minutes, it is going to join. It is going to start.
Yeah.
Students, please be connected. So in this session, you are going to get acquainted with wit and will, and we are also going to introduce the faculty who are going to deal subjects in the current semester. Okay, who are all the faculty teaching you in the current semester? They will be introduced to you. So please be connected. We'll get back to you in a couple of minutes. Ma'am, faculty have joined the session, ma'am. HOD, ma'am.
Okay. All faculty have joined?
Most of them, ma'am.
First section and second section,
Yes,
huh?
yes, ma'am. First section faculty, most of them are here.
Okay.
Except Jayashree ma'am. I have kept a message to her, ma'am. Jayashree ma'am is not here. Other faculty are here.
Okay. Just 1 minute. I'll just get the details.
Yes, ma'am.
So good afternoon to all here, and good afternoon, dear student. Hope you are enjoying the session, induction session, and we have tried our level best to give you the familiarity of VNR VJIT. And as you know, that classwork will start from Monday onwards. So it's my honor to invite all the first year faculty who will be taking you towards engineering. So we are proud to invite all the faculty who are going to take section A and section B. So I'll be introducing them to you, so that Monday onwards you can join to the classes. That already group has been created, and all will be using the Microsoft Team as per the institute instruction, because many people are taking classes like C programming faculty and English department and mathematics department, chemistry department. They'll be going to different section. So it has been decided in the institute that a common platform as Microsoft Team will be used for the first year faculty. So timetable will be shared with you, and one by one I'll be requesting the faculty member to please turn on their camera and give best wishes to the student, address to them, so that we can start classes from Monday onwards. Okay. So, Dr. Jayashree, HOD, HNDS department. I think Madam will be joining soon. Engineering chemistry, Dr. A.R. Balvardhan Rao.
Good afternoon to all. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Myself, Dr. A.R. Balvardhan Rao. I will be teaching the engineering chemistry and engineering chemistry lab to you. Okay, ma'am. Okay, my best wishes to all of you. So once again, I'm congratulating you. You got a seat in a very good college. So,
English team, Dr. Sudharani Madam, Pratibharani Madam, Dr. Rachel, and Mr. K. Ashok. Yeah, I'm calling as a team.
Yeah. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, madam. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. I think all my team members are conducting AECS lab examination. That's why they are not able to join this session.
Yes.
Otherwise, I welcome all the students into the family of VNR VJIT. Let's really have a great time of learning, growing together, and evolving as individuals and engineers. Though not an engineer, I am not an engineer, but then I think I am an engineer in a way. I am a human engineer. So,
You are the one who will be taking them towards engineering.
yeah.
So you are the first.
Yeah.
First.
Welcome into the portals of VNR VJIT. I wish you all the best. And Ashok is here.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you, Sudha, ma'am. And students, I'm sure that you have made the right choice of choosing one of the premier institutions.
Ashok sir, your voice has gone low.
Okay, ma'am, okay. So I'm sure that students have made right choice in choosing one of the premier institutes in not only in the city but also in the state as well. So I'm sure we are going to have a lot of learning happening in a more sincere as well as fun way. So I wish all the students all the best. So waiting eagerly to virtually meet you, and then later on maybe if God allows physically to meet you as well. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so Kanchana madam is also busy, I think. I guess
Yes.
Pratibha madam and Kanchana
I'm
madam.
busy with the examinations, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. So our computer programming team, Mr. Jalandhar, B. Jalandhar, Sheshakumari madam, and programming lab faculty, Miss B. Indraja and Shrivani madam for both the sections. Yeah,
Hello students, good afternoon. Myself Jalandhar, Associate Professor from IT Department. So I'm having 15 years of experience in teaching. So currently this semester I'm going to deal with programming through C. So this subject is associated with the laboratory also. Happy learning, all the best.
Thank you, sir. And calculus for engineers. So I think Jayashree madam is busy, but Srinivas sir is with us. Dr. J. Srinivas. Sir, unmute yourself.
Yeah. Yes, good afternoon to one and all. Myself, Dr. J. Srinivas, Senior Assistant Professor, Faculty of Mathematics and Department of Humanities and Sciences. Welcome to VNR VJIT. Just one thing I want to say, just remove your maths phobia and consider it as a subject.
Which is very important.
Yeah, remove maths phobia. That is the only one thing I want to say. Thank you.
So engineering chemistry, Dr. A.R. Balvardhan Rao.
We already said.
Mr. P. Rajita, Mrs. P. Rajita, I think. Rajita madam is there? Mr. Balvardhan Rao.
Yes, madam.
Yeah,
I introduced my class.
yes.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, madam.
I'm P. Rajita, coming for Triple B section for engineering chemistry, ma'am.
Yes, yes. So, any tips for the chemistry, madam? Because they should not think that electrical engineering should not learn chemistry, because chemistry is very important, right? As maths, physics, and
Yes, madam. Chemistry is an important subject for electrical students.
yes,
They deal with electrical items, and so chemistry is very much related to them.
yes,
Even in processing of many electronic goods, the background is chemistry is there, ma'am. The chemistry is mostly associated with the material science. So nowadays, whatever the electronic goods or electronic units we are using, they are drastically changed from the semiconductor base to the polymer base. So whatever the flexible electronics we are going to we are seeing in the market now, the background is the materials which are related, mostly related to the chemistry, the polymer materials which are the backbone of the flexible electronics. So flexible electronics are the future of the electronics industry.
So you
So
will be
chemistry is
continuing.
there.
Yeah.
Yes,
You will be
yes,
continuing with the lab course also. I think Mamta madam, Madhvi
yes,
madam, yeah, Lakshmi Viveka
yes,
madam,
yes,
they will be joining
yes,
the
ma'am.
lab courses also. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Are they there in the meeting here?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No. And our electrical team who will be introducing the first concept of electrical engineering to them, Dr. Neel Kanteshwar Rao and Dr. E. Shiv Kumar, Shiv Prasad sir, Dr. E. Shiv Prasad sir. Both of them will be taking your circuit theory courses. And sir, please unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Good afternoon, students. First of all, welcome to VNR VJIT and the Triple E department. I myself, I am Dr. B. Neelakanteshwar Rao, working as Associate Professor in this institute. I'll be teaching you circuit theory course, which is the foundation for entire electrical engineering. All the best. Thank you.
Shiv Prasad sir, unmute yourself first.
Yes, madam. Good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon, students. So I am Shiv Prasad. I am working here since 2010. So circuit theory is one of the fundamental course for electrical engineering. So I can say one thing: if you know circuit theory, you can learn electrical engineering very easily. I feel circuit theory is nervous system of electrical engineering. I can say one word: it's a nervous system of electrical engineering. And I can say if circuit theory is an electrical language, if you know circuit theory, you can it's in a way very easy. Electrical engineering is so that is the important of circuit theory. Directly you can get 10 to 15 marks in GATE from circuit theory directly. So please concentrate on please please first we know importance of circuit theory. Anyhow, we tell you how to learn and how to implement circuit theory, and what is the importance of circuit theory also we will discuss from Monday onwards. Okay, thank you and all the best. Okay, thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. And the very important lab which they will be having in this first year, which gives the essence of engineering. So that is workshop practice lab. Our team is here. Shri R. Somyajulu sir, Dr. P.S. Prasad sir, Shri Lata madam, and Dr. B.V. Ravi Kumar sir, Mr. T. Malyadri sir, and Dr. Jayashree Nair madam. This team will be taking the workshop practice for both the section. I think from section 2, section A, Malyadri sir and Jayashree madam is there. Yeah, please, madam.
Is it audible, madam?
Yeah, yes, sir.
My name is Malyadri. I am working as assistant professor in mechanical department. I am working since 2016 onwards in VNR VJIT. And mechanical engineering workshop is a place where the students acquire the knowledge on the operations of various processes like manufacturing and production. The workshop practices course makes the students to handle the practical works in an engineering environment. Like we have different trades like carpentry, fitting, blacksmithy, house wiring, foundry, etc. So, for example, if we have any small problem in our house, like the switch is not working, so the student comes to engineering, so he should have some practical knowledge. So how to at least how to solve the problem. So that's the reason. So this subject is kept for first year for all students. So for the basic knowledge in householding applications. So this is about engineering workshop, and we the team. So for individual section, so we are the 3 members will be there. So we 3 are going to handle and we 3 will be show how the different trades are going to work practically. Thank you very much, madam, for giving the opportunity, and I congratulate everyone to get the seat in VNR VJIT. That's it, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Jayashree madam from to the student for this lab.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, congratulations, students. You are welcome to VNR VJIT. So as sir said, Malyadri sir said, we'll be involved in taking your workshop. So what is workshop? Actually, I can give you one example. If you are a very good cook, right? You may not, suppose say now because of lack of time and all, I'm not able to cook. But if I keep a cook or hire a cook, whether she is cooking properly or not, or to the standard, I can point her out because I myself am a good cook. So this is an example actually. In workshop, you will be having little fun with carpentry, fun with fitting, you will be cutting iron, you will be cutting board, right? That doesn't mean that in engineering throughout you will be doing that. But yes, when workers or some class 3 office persons, when they work under you, you will be able to point out if they are not doing their work right. Okay? So with this brief introduction about workshop, I end my description here. I'll not elaborate much because you'll get the essence when we start our online sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. So your workshop practice lab is the first course which is coming on Monday.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, thank you very much, madam.
Yeah, and it is for section B. It is the first lab, and section A it is the ELCS lab. We'll be sharing the timetable with all of you, and
Okay,
like WhatsApp group also we'll be adding it.
Okay, sure, madam. Thank you.
So I think from the other section, so Majulu sir and Srilata madam is not there. So that's from the department side. To make a student familiar with the faculty, we just tried to connect with through this meeting, so that Monday onwards classwork can start. So thank you all for joining this meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Students, next session will be continued by Rashmi Kapoor madam. She will be discussing VNR differentiators. Ma'am, you may continue the session, ma'am. Rashmi Kapoor ma'am.
Yes, madam. My voice is clear, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it is audible. We could see the slides as well, ma'am. Slides are visible to us.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Dr. Rashmi Kapoor. I'm assistant professor in Department of EEE. Today we'll see VNR differentiators. Before that, I congratulate and welcome you to our department. So about VNR VJIT differentiators. So when we say the word differentiators, it is something which differentiate us from others. So when you compare us with other colleges, they are something which differentiate VNR VJIT from other colleges. So in this session, we'll see what are those differentiators, what are our differentiators, because now you are part of us, we all are as a team. So what are our differentiators? Why you need to know them at this stage when you are just entering the department, why you need to know them. We'll talk about that also. And then we'll see some discussion on some of the important differentiators of our college. So if I list out, these are the main differentiators which are there in VNR VJIT. So VJ spectrum parameter.
Ma'am, HOD ma'am wants to talk.
In YouTube, slides are not visible. So just Haripriya, just please look into that.
Okay. Shall I wait?
Live streaming, this is not visible. Slides are not visible. I think from Amarnath sir's end, he can correct. Now it has come. Yes.
Ma'am, now it is visible. Ma'am. Now it is come.
Okay, thank you, sir. So the slide shows the list of all VNR VJIT differentiators. Many of these are already introduced to you in last 3 days. Mentoring and training already introduced. By the career vision approach already Madam has introduced. So these are the list of all the differentiators with one-line definition, which I should know.
Sir, Amarnath sir, please mute your mic, sir. Sir, please mute your mic, sir. Amarnath sir.
Okay, so the list is VJ spectral pyramid, which is for our all-round development, career vision approach, show and tell, schedule engineering, VNR lab protocol, mentoring, training and placement, competency development cell, VJ hub and weekend laboratories, RCC, Wittenville, Institute publication, Center of Presencing and Design Thinking, Institute calendar, TEDx VNR VJIT, course projects, VNR Expo and Open House. But before discussing them, what they are, first question is why you need to know them. First and main reason can be that since they are VNR VJIT differentiator, now they will be the reason to make you different from the crowd in next 4 years. So they will make you different from others in the next 4 years. But if I want to form a tangible way, how I can say why you need to know them. So here I'm presenting it in 2 ways. So in your next 4-year life, you will be dealing with 2 types of learning here. First thing is some innovation. You will want to do some innovative project, some innovative product you may want to develop. In that way, how these differentiators will be helpful. And in the second is normal teaching learning process. In that process, how these differentiator will make a difference in your learning process. So first, let us see about innovation. So at this stage, when you just enter your engineering, how you start any innovation. So there should be some background. So it should start with some motivation. First, there should be some proper motivation to motivate you in that direction. Then some platform should be provided. Along with the platform, proper facilities should be there. Even though platform is there, facility is there, you will do something. But if appreciation is not there, many of the students may stop progressing. So appreciation should be there. And finally, one outcome, one goal, it should be visible. Yes, if I am doing this way, I need to reach there. Final outcome will be this much. So if this processes continue, it is easy. It is an easy path for students to go in that direction. So we'll see how these 5 paths will be facilitated to you through our VNR VJIT differentiators. And as I say, second mode is normal teaching learning process. There also same steps are involved. You should be motivated to learn new subjects. You will suddenly, if I introduce you one subject without any motivation, half of the students may feel why I am learning this subject, why I need to do, why I need to go in that direction, why that much deep, why not this one. All these questions may come in students' mind. So normal teaching learning also first step should be motivation. Then exposure should be there. Along with that, some opportunities come to you with the same learning process. Facilities should be there. And again, finally, some outcome should be there. Some goal should be visible to you at this stage that, okay, if I'm going in the correct direction, this is my goal, this is my outcome to be reached. So in all these steps, how these VNR VJIT differentiators will help you, we'll see in the next slide. So let us start with teaching learning process. So as I said, any subject or any topic when you want to learn, first thing is motivation behind it, or you should know why I should learn that topic, why I should give my effort in going this much deep in that topic. So for all those motivations, we have VNR VJIT differentiators as Wit and Will, Lab Protocol, and Storyboard. If I give brief here about Wit and Will, so full form of Wit and Will is what I am teaching and what I am learning, and why I am teaching and why I am learning. So if I start teaching anything, first thing I'll say what I am going to teach you, so that it will convey to you, okay, I am going to learn these things in this topic or in this chapter or in this subject. Then why I am teaching you, second part is, and why I am learning, why I want to teach that topic to you, why this topic is included in your syllabus, why this subject is included in your curriculum. If these questions are answered way before starting the topic or starting the subject, the motivation to learn that subject will be there. So this is the idea behind this Wit and Will. If you are listening, I started my session with that only. First slide, I have shown what I am going to give in this session, what you are going to take up in this particular session. Second thing, I said why you should know all these things. So this is nothing but Wit and Will. If you know why you need to know this, then automatically, okay, this is the concept, this is the idea behind knowing this thing. That's why I should know this. So that concept is nothing but Wit and Will. Same thing, not only in the theory, same thing should also go for laboratory also. So that idea has given this us this new differentiator, which is nothing but Lab Protocol. So same thing for lab experiments. In each semester, when you go for a lab, you will do 12 to 13 experiments in each semester. So why I am doing all these experiments? Sometimes you may feel those are all obsolete things. Why I should verify KCL, why I should verify Thevenin's theorem, what is the need of doing all these obsolete things? Actual market is going somewhere else, why I'm still doing all these old things? So this Lab Protocol and Storyboards are the two initiatives from VNR VJIT which are related to laboratory work, which will motivate you in that direction. Each experiment, how it is related to any industrial application, why you need to do that experiment. So that storyboard is a kind of chart that will link all 12 or 13 experiments, what you are going to do in that particular laboratory, how those experiments are linking to any industrial application, how they are useful to you. That is the motivation will be given through storyboards. Similarly, Lab Protocol is also related to laboratory. So that will give you complete idea of that particular laboratory, what are the experiments to be done. Actually, if you understood Wit and Will concept clearly, so Lab Protocol is nothing but first question, which is what I am teaching and what I am learning, and storyboard is the second part of that, why I am teaching and why I am learning, but it is related to laboratory experiments. So this is motivation for teaching learning process. Exposure. Okay, you know theoretically that these things are used this particular place in industry, or these are the practical applications of these things, but you will get exact view only when you visit those places. So exposure will be provided through frequent industrial visits. You will visit the industry, you will actually see the things going on. So that will give you exposure. Another differentiator of VNR VJIT The third is opportunity. So we'll provide internship opportunities to the students so that they can go to industry, they can work there as an intern, they can learn new things related to their core areas. So this is another differentiator which is provided in the form of opportunity to the student. The next part is facilities. So facilities, we have project-based learning. When I'm using the word project-based learning, so whenever you go to any lab, you need to do, along with those 12 experiments which are as per your curriculum, you need to perform one more project based on those experiments only. So if you have learned 12 experiments, we want you to do third project based on those 12 experiments, which will show us that yes, actually you understood the concept of the lab. And one small project, one new experiment also if you developed for that lab. So that is project-based learning. So same lab, you have done 12 experiment for curriculum, 13 you have done based on those 12 experiment, one new which you feel, okay, why only this way, it can be done in that way also. So that is your idea, you have developed one system. So this way you can go for project-based learning. And when I'm using the word motivation, so this project-based learning is not free. There are marks allotted for this project which you will do in the laboratory. So that will again be a motivation. It is not optional. If you won't do it, your marks will not be there. So that is one motivation in the form of numbers, which will motivate you. Okay, anyway, I need to do this project from this laboratory. So that is project-based learning. Now, if I do all these, as I said, nothing is good if I don't have an outcome in my mind, a goal in my mind. So all these practical applications will lead me to somewhere where I can feel that, okay, yes, I have done engineering. I am not, along with the theoretical knowledge, I have a good practical knowledge in my subject. I can visualize things. I can see what are the market trends. I can comment on that. So all that will come when we'll follow all these paths. These are tangible outcome I have marked. One very small outcome which I always feel very nice, since it is a teaching learning process, we have a very good process in VNR VJIT that on 26th January and 15th August, the batches, boy topper will do flag hosting on 15th August and the girl topper will do on 26th January. So that is also a very good motivation in my mind. Yes, I want to be that person in college that one day when I will do flag hoisting in institutes, Independence Day or Republic Day celebrations. So when you go for teaching learning with all these things in mind, that can also be one goal in your mind. Yes, I want to be that student. So this about teaching learning way. The second part, very important, which is in the form of innovation. So again, as I said, these are the steps which we want to follow. Motivation, there should be proper platform, facilities, appreciation, and then final outcome. So if I talk about motivation, so as I said before, course-based project for each laboratory, you need to go for course-based project so that small project can act as a first motivation to you. Okay, if I can do this small, I can even extend it for at this level also. I can go one more step ahead also. And these small steps only will lead us to a bigger step. So this is one motivation, which is a VNR VJIT differentiator as course-based project, which is a motivation for innovation. Second step is platform. So we have show and tell as our VNR VJIT differentiator, where there's a place where you can share your project, you can share your work with your peers. There is a platform provided where you can have your project ready and you can have a stall type thing and you are demonstrating to everyone, see, we have done this. So that platform is provided, show and tell. You can show your small projects, you can demonstrate it to your peers, you can get guidance also, feedback also for further improvement. So this platform is another differentiator by us. Next thing is facilities. So Weekend Lab is another differentiator in our college, which provides facility. You can work during weekends. There is a lab provided where students will stay after college hours. They can work for their small projects. In groups, they can work so that new things will come, suggestions will come from different batch students, different branch students, even they will meet there. So interdisciplinary projects can also be done over there. So weekend lab is another differentiator which will facilitate you in going in that direction. Next thing is, even after doing all these, spending this time, you need some appreciation. So that will come in the form of open house. There will be an open house on our college where you can demonstrate your work not only to our college, other college members will come, outsiders will come, to everyone you can show your work, your project, and you can get good appreciation. There is a prize allotted for the winners in the open house. That appreciation will also come. So this is one form of appreciation. And finally, the outcome, the goal. So we want you to go out from VNR VJIT not as a job seeker, not as an engineer, as an entrepreneur. So if you follow these innovation path, finally after 4 years, a student who is going out not as a job seeker or not as an engineer, as an entrepreneur. So these are these things when they kept in mind. That's why all these differentiators one by one have come up to help the students in different ways. So this is all motivation behind our differentiators and why you need to know them now. So my feeling or my idea behind showing all this is again to motivate them at this stage only, that this thing should be there in your mind. Okay, I need to go in this direction. In teaching learning also, if I go in this particular path, I will reach here. In innovation also, parallelly, I need to do small projects from first year itself, and so that I can reach somewhere, as I have shown. Your goal should be there in your mind. So here we'll see Wit and Well, as I said, is a differentiator of us in teaching learning process, which you will see in all subjects. So how it works, I'll just demonstrate here through small project. So one scenario I have taken here is a ceiling fan. We all see at our home. So if you see it, okay, you switch it on, it is running. Since you came from science background, you all know some motor is there inside that is responsible for rotating it. That's it. Now, if I want to do some analysis, I want to develop a, let us say, speed controller for that. Normal regulator is there. So how to do that? So I should have a corresponding circuit for that fan. Then only I can do anything else, new innovation. I can think of, okay, what way I can improve that. Is it just by seeing it? Can I go in that direction? So the first thing is you should have electrical circuit of the fan. Okay, supply is coming. It is going to the regulator, maybe conventional, maybe electronic, and then it is connected to a AC motor and it is running. Conventionally, it was this regulator which is having pure resistances. So this has given to a simple AC circuit: supply, load, resistance. Load is motor here. So these things, if you don't know, we cannot proceed. So as Shiv Prasad sir pointed out rightly, that electrical circuit theory is very important. It gives you base of electrical engineering. So the same thing I want to show here through an example. For a normal person, fan, you switch it on, fan is running. For an electrical engineering, when he see that, he should see the right hand part of the circuit. Okay, this is the fan which is moving. One more example for Wit and Well. Let us say I am taking your class today and I want to, in this particular subject, I am going to cover these 5 topics, which is having AC and DC circuit. Maybe in first 2 units, third unit is transformer. Fourth unit is having some electronic components, which are diode and transistors, and then power electronic converters. And the last unit is having some battery technology. So maybe this is one syllabus. I started taking your class today. So how it proceeds with this example I want to show. So these are the topics to be covered. And this is the scenario. So I'm showing here the opened cell charger, actually, typically iPad charger actually. So this is when the charger pin is opened, and from inside it is looking like this. So what components you can see here, it is having a rectifier, all the components are named here, and the corresponding circuit, how these components are connected, is shown in the right hand side. So now I will link, see, when you are using a mobile cell phone charger or an iPad charger, internally there is a transformer, internally there is a circuit which is having resistance and capacitance, internally there will be some diodes, transistors, all these connected together may be a power converter which will convert AC to DC, because our cell phone battery is DC and what supply normally we are getting is an alternating supply. So if you want to understand this concept theory behind your cell phone charger, you need to know all these topics which I have shown in the last slide. So electrical circuits, AC circuit as well as DC circuit, because what is coming from supply is a AC current, AC voltage, whereas after rectifier which is going to the battery is all DC values. So both AC part and DC circuits need to be known. Transformer is one part, main part in this circuit. Diodes and transistors are there, power electronic converters which will convert AC to DC. And finally, the battery technology, because finally the aim of this circuit is to charge a battery. And if I link all the topics to be covered in this unit from this particular circuit, then there is a motivation. Okay, it is not something just theory which I am learning. It is all related to many applications. One of them is shown here, which I'm using daily in my life. Cell charger is something which we all use. So what we are learning is not something just for that. Okay, all these things are coming here. One more way it is important is, if you know this current tradition, then only we can expect you to give some improvement in future for this. Okay, I know this traditional cell phone chargers have this circuit. I can make it fast charging by adding this change now. This thinking can come only if you exactly know this particular circuit. What are the components, what are their use, and you know each and every component through your theory. Then only at next stage for this will be, you will think of one innovation. I can make the circuit fast charger by adding this particular thing. My cell phone will be charged at fast rate. I can add one security or protection term here, because many times we heard that cell phone battery has damaged or some problem has happened. So I can do that also. I can add one more innovation. If this particular thing has been added to this circuit, it will be more safe, more for users. So all these things will come only when you know theory behind those things, which will come through theory. And when I have shown this circuit as my first class, so one more thing you learn, okay, all these components are there in the electric charger. If I explore more, I'll come to know exactly, and later stage you can suggest some innovation in that circuit also. So now the slide is showing another differentiator which I have seen is a storyboard. So as I said, storyboard is nothing but it is related to why we are doing the laboratory experiments. So here the scenario which has been chosen as an elevator, and all the experiments which students are going to perform in that particular laboratory, which is microprocessor and microcontroller laboratory for third-year students. So how all those 14 experiments are related to this practical application, which is elevator, will be discussed in very first laboratory. So that motivation will come. Yes, it is not like I am doing all these programmings, why we are learning this. For example, we'll tell how to interface a microcontroller with LCD screen or LED screen. So here you can see that in all elevators there will be one display. So all that display configuration is connected to a microcontroller. And in this laboratory, you will learn how to interface a microcontroller with a display unit. Another experiment, what you will do is microcontroller based motor control. How to control the motor operation by using microcontroller, which will also be definitely there in an elevator. A microcontroller will be controlling the elevator motor. So all these connections, when you know, you will do experiment with more interest. That is the idea behind this differentiator, which is a storyboard. So which will link all the experiments you are going to perform in the lab with one particular application, and we'll link all these experiments with that application, so that you, whenever you do that experiment, you will have this in mind. Okay, I can use it here, I have seen it here. So that is the idea behind this. So although I have shown this scenario here as a storyboard for a microprocessor and microcontroller lab, but if I can use same scenario for so many things. If you think of elevator will have power converter. Okay, let us name some of the subjects you are going to study in near 3 or 4 years. So right from electrical engineering subject I'm talking about. So you will start with circuit theory. So definitely electrical circuit will be there because you need to give supply to each and every component. Some components require DC, so you will give DC input. Some components will require AC, you will give corresponding AC input. So small AC and DC circuits are formed, which you can analyze by using your circuit theory subject. Then you will study analog circuits in second year. So all the analog components, transistors, diodes, they will be there as a clamping some voltages. So definitely all these electronics components are there. Then you will study control systems. So your motor will be controlled by a system, how to design that system, what are the possible controllers for any motor that you will study in control system. Electrical machines, which will introduce all these motors, what are the various available motors can be used, to open the door, which motor to be used, to run the elevator, which motor to be used. So all these things, electrical machine 1, electrical machine 2 will introduce different motors, different types of electrical machines to you, and so on. So you can link all the subjects through one application over here. So that's what the idea behind showing this particular application: electrical machines, analog circuit, power electronics. All these subjects which you are going to learn in near future can be linked to any one particular practical application. Here I'm showing you one Wittenwell, which we have shown to our students, I think last year, for basic electrical energy for engineer subject. So just to give you idea how that format will be for this Wittenwell. So it starts in this way, that first what are the contents in your syllabus. So this all what are the contents in unit 1 and unit 2, what are the topics on it. So this is complete introduction to subject, you can say in that way. So this will, what are the topics to be covered in that particular subject. This is the important thing, which shows one scenario, which is automated water bottle filling station. So one automated station is there which will fill the bottle. And as I said, with this scenario, we will link all the topics, complete syllabus, how it is related, where which part will be used in this particular industry. So unit 1, you can see marking also, unit 1, unit 2 connected to supply, unit 3 is connected to motors, unit 4 is connected to capping machines, which is again having motors, unit 5 is for control valve side, sensors are there in unit 6. So complete syllabus is linked to one particular scenario. So this will act as a motivation, as the initial stage for starting learning a subject. And again, in depth, why I am teaching this subject, so that from the teacher's point of view, they will demonstrate why this subject is important to you through various practical applications and for different topics in an elaborative way. Why power is supplied here, how motor will rotate. The application scenario we have already seen, automated bottle. So there will be a conveyor belt which will be moving. So how that belt will move, where the motor will be fixed, which particular motor will be used, motor rotation, motor position, how so that the belt movement is smooth. So all these things. Then sensors are required, power converters, why they are required as a supplementary power supply. So why here power electronics will come in the picture. So in this way, all the topics to be introduced with the reason for them to be included in your syllabus. And then from a student point of view, what you are going to learn from this subject topic wise, that is also given through pictures. So this is the idea behind Wittenwell, so that at the initial stage, you will get an idea of complete syllabus as well as you will get motivation for learning that particular subject. Then the next is lab protocol. So lab protocol is actually the practice we'll normally do here in most of the labs is the parallel lab. You will be learning theory and same subject you will doing the experiments also, and we'll do batch wise normally. So how this lab protocol will be helping to you when you come to first day or second time in your lab. So they will be shown complete lab experiment list, what are the experiments to be done, and theory behind all the experiments will be given in brief. so that even if some theory, because it is a parallel lab, you are going for some experiment, and that theory may not be completely done in the class. So you before that, only in lab protocol, all the theory related to that particular experiment, motivation behind that particular experiment will be given through lab protocol. Not only that, along with that, what are the brief introduction to all the components you are going to use in that particular lab, what are the meters to be used if it is a electrical lab, normally voltmeter, meter, all these components, hardware components to be used, how to use them, what are the safety measures for that particular lab. So all these things will be introduced to you in this lab protocol. So these, if we conclude here, so what are the differentiators we have seen and what are the importance? So we have seen with and will with so many examples here. Then storyboard, which is related to laboratory. Then show and tell, so you can demonstrate your small projects with your peers within the institute by using this platform, which is show and tell. Then course-based project, which is the motivation for starting small projects. Open house, which will give you appreciation for your project. MTP, mentoring, training and placement cell, and lab protocol. So all these differentiators have made our college a shining star as compared to other stars. That's what I feel. So I hope you will follow all these and you will have a very bright future. That's it. Thank you from my side and welcome you to the world of electrical engineering.
Yeah, Rashmi madam, it was wonderful presentation. Very nice. You have told. You have given the insight of complete VNR differentiator. Now, when students will be going through the courses, they'll understand each and everything what happens in VNR VJIT. Very good, madam. Thank you from my department side for giving this wonderful lecture. Haripriya madam, what next?
Yes, ma'am. Now there is a closing session, ma'am, valedictory session. So students need to join that. Ma'am, one small request to the students. Students have asked the timetable and the timings for the regular classwork from Monday. So the timetable will be shared in the respective WhatsApp group. And it's a small request to all the students to change their WhatsApp profile name to the respective ID numbers. Okay, the last 3 digits of their ID numbers, they should keep that as your WhatsApp profile name followed by their original name. Okay, so do this so that it would be easy for us for getting we will get to know about the student. We can interact with you easily. So make the small correction in your WhatsApp profile name. So,
madam, in the WhatsApp group also you please inform them.
Yes, ma'am, I'll do this, ma'am. Overall feedback link has been posted and the session-wise feedback link is also posted. Fill the forms and after filling that, you can join the valedictory session, the closing session of the induction program with the institute YouTube link.
Post that link in the group again, madam.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
They're having the knowledge already, but post it again.
Yes, ma'am, I'll do it.
Yes. So we can close now here?
Yes, ma'am, we can close the session now.
Okay.
Any queries, if you have any queries, we can answer. Students, if you have any queries, post it in the YouTube chat box. We couldn't see any queries, ma'am. So we can close the session.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. We can close, sir. Like akkada manam post chesin feedback link we కనబడుతుంది కదా sir, end చేసా కూడా. నేనే చేశాను sir. Yes, sir. We can end the session then. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.